I'm sure I'm not the only person to think this, but it is sad that nowadays you can be surprised with the lack of money-stealing advertising when you load up a game for the first time. That was the first thing I noticed, was the lack of any real advertising on bundles that forced you to click out of them, trying to get you to buy the next battle pass or some kind of super wacky cosmetic being forced in your face. I was able to just load up the game and play it just the way I wanted. Loading up into the campaign, I was surprised yet again to see that they made a story around one squad. Technically two, but you get my point if you played it. They didn't pull a Battlefield 1 or 5 and make 6 different stories and call it a campaign. With multiplayer, 9 maps at launch, barely any bugs, the gameplay is just solid, chaotic fun, the way it was meant to be. I don't feel like I am constantly in need to sweat through my boxers in order to have any sort of fun. To give a quick spoiler-free review, the campaign itself is amazing when it comes to its gameplay and how in certain parts of the story it pays homage to older Battlefield games. It is a great thing to play, and the story seems pretty grounded in reality, at least in my eyes. The story itself, I'll be honest, I am pretty confused about when it comes to the finer details, and I am not remotely smart enough to fully understand character motivations. But as an umbrella, I know what is going on, and I find it pretty cool. There's a group called Pax Armada, essentially a private military that became so powerful that the United Nations recognized them as a force to be reckoned with and bent a knee to them.
Ship out. We're giving the base to Pax Armada. And NATO just rolls over?
They come in, take over a country to help them, but then take control over the entirety. Kinda feels like they got inspiration from COD Advanced Warfare, but left out the over-technological aspect. It goes too far though when in the first mission, your squad is packing up, getting ready to leave this base because the UN told them that they are giving it to Pax. There's some back and forth and how the UN is too willing to give it up when suddenly...
Well, maybe Command's got a plan.
Ooh, straight into it. Jesus. Oh no, a surprise attack on this base? Why the hell are they attacking us when they were just gonna get the base in a few hours anyways? Well, we will figure this out later because now we need to destroy the server building. We were unable to extract it before the attack and now we need to level it to make sure Pax doesn't get their hands on whatever data may be stored. After getting our evac and destroying the building, we are suddenly shot down and have probably one of the best standoff sequences I have seen in a AAA FPS game. Everyone is injured, no one is just sitting up ready to sprint, they are struggling. They know they are stuck and too injured to move, so all 4 of them make one final stand. One by one, your squad mates fall. No! Oh, fuck. Oh, looking down at the bodies of your squad mates, you know your time is up. You step out of the helicopter with just your sidearm, too late to save your squad. And help finally arrives, and you leave the base the sole survivor.
You're safe now. No one else made it out?
It was just me. Just me.
Now, I'm not going to be one of those people who does a play-by-play of the story, but as the story progresses, and if I understood it correctly, Pax Armada attacked the base early because there was some kind of new tech hidden within those servers, and they managed to get their hands on some other technology that masked their attack from satellite or something. There's some feud with this other guy that we only see for like 2 missions, and I am sure someone who is a much deeper thinker than me can piece this shit together. The reason I'm not going into much deeper detail on this is because in my eyes, The more memory I retain about the story after playing determines for me how well the story was told. I don't think the story for this game was too great. It is a short campaign, took me 4 hours to beat, but the terminology used and the stakes behind each mission kept me hooked to see what happens next. I like the characters, I like the setting, I like the gameplay and action, I like the overall plot. However, the finer details underneath the umbrella are to me either not explained well enough, or it was just explained way too quickly. Now this is what everyone has been waiting for, Battlefield 6 multiplayer, and honestly, I am pleasantly surprised. I have very few gripes about the multiplayer, and one thing is the progression. I feel like it could have been handled much better than what they did. I don't know if it is me, but I feel like it takes forever to actually unlock any attachments for the guns aside from what is already given to us. I'm level 10, have around 500 kills and a 3.0 KD, yet I spend less time customizing my guns because it takes so long to level up. I feel like they could have done what they did in Battlefield 4. You have attachments you unlock based on how many kills you get with that gun, not by what level it is. But there are some attachments you can get by collecting those shiny briefcases. You remember this? You complete some challenges or level up, and you can get a case that is gold or like a dark silver, I believe. And when you open it, you get 3 or 5 random cards that are either attachments or XP boosts. I don't know why they did not do that again here, because I feel like that was a pretty cool thing, but I digress. The multiplayer is fun to play regardless of unlocks, and without talking too much about it, I'll just show you some of my favorite moments so far. Okay, I severely messed up. Oh.
I'm sure that they would be. Yes. Okay.
No! Aw. Yeah, I was not gonna get that. Yes! Yeah! Oh my god. Feel free to tell me how you feel about the story or the multiplayer. Was it worth the purchase? Will Black Ops 7 go down the drain because of this? And what do you think Battlefield 6 can do better? This is Fire First, signing off.